Namaste, welcome back to the mat. I'm your host, Jess. Today we're gonna do a yoga core strength. So we're gonna get in and out of here in under 10 minutes. Feel free to add this on to any of the other workouts or by itself. You can do this multiple times a week. So really work on all the stabilizing muscles as well as building some strength in the core. So we're gonna do 2 rounds, 3 exercises each, and we've got 2 of those. We're about 30 seconds per exercise. All right, so just follow along with me. I got you. Go ahead and lay on your back. Knees can be bent, feet flat on the mat, and place your hands on your rib cage. So first thing we want to do is really check in with our breath. I want you to know if you can feel the breath coming into the back and side ribs. So finding that expansive breath as you breathe into the back and side ribs. Feel the grounding of the rib cage. Then start to feel the slight engagement. So the transverse abdominal layer is our deepest core layer. It really kind of holds everything in like a corset. It's very supportive and not movement directed. So bring your hands, 2 peace fingers, right inside. Locate those 2 bony hip points right in the front of your pelvis. And just inside there, I want you to kind of press a decent amount of pressure in there. And I want you to feel the sensation of flattening down the low back and feel that start to kick on. So you want to feel that kind of deepest layer kick on. And we're going to begin our first round of exercises, bringing your knees into tabletop. Nice, so still maintaining that deep breath, feel the groundiness of the rib cage. You can keep your hands there to notice if the muscle is flickering on and off. We really want to keep that engaged. So breathing in here. We're gonna start to do with these TVA toe taps. So we're gonna take 1 foot to or toward the floor. It doesn't have to touch. And we're just gonna get into this right away. We're gonna do our first 30-second exercise here. Just trying to keep that deepest, most supportive abdominal layer really engaged. Nice work. Doesn't have to touch the floor. I'm keeping a soft, gentle bend in my knees. And I notice that there's no movement in the rib cage or the pelvis. So keeping that super grounded and supported. Our second run of these, we're gonna be able to add on. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, finish up the right and left sides. Nice, going right into the second abdominal exercise. This time, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. We're just gonna work for an isometric hold here. So I want you to press your hands into your thighs and your thighs back into your hands. No pressure in the head and neck. Feel all the groundiness of the rib cage and the pelvis. And then breathe. Even try playing around. Maybe place the tongue on the roof of your mouth as you inhale. Feel the breath into the back and side ribs. Exhale, still feel that grounding sensation. Really nice here. Last 15 seconds. Breathe. Try that tongue on the roof of the mouth on the inhale. We're gonna roll up and over to plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, nice, rolling up and over, coming into straight arm plank. Again, in each one of these exercises for 30 seconds. So really start to turn the triceps back, really fire up the quads. There's a slight tuck of the tailbone, and you notice that my hips and shoulders are about the same line. I'm gonna take my feet a little wider for more support, and know that these can always be done on your knees. Start to feel the heels of the hands pull back as if you were scrunching up your yoga mat, and feel the toes press forward. Notice that I'm not tucking my chin to my chest, but I'm looking forward to that top edge of the mat, and I wanna feel the serratus anterior, these muscles right underneath the armpits start to kick on. Halfway, breathe. Good, feel firmly that right foot and left foot into the ground. Fire up those glutes, make this a full body exercise. Still breathing here, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, take a quick child's pose. We're gonna do all 3 of those exercises here for round 2, and then we'll get a 1-minute break. So when you're ready, come over onto your back. Again, we're gonna do those TVA toe taps again. This time, if you want, lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. I like to keep my fingers just inside my hip points. And if you want even a little more, start to straighten out the legs. See, that's maybe too much for me because I'm feeling kind of my pelvis start to lift up and off. And I'm gonna bring my hands forward and really punch through my arms. It's gonna help keep that grounding sensation through my rib cage. Keep breathing here. Remember that tongue on the roof of your mouth. Nice. Last 5 seconds. And 3, 2, finish up right and left. We're gonna end with that isometric hold. Go ahead and place the hands under the thighs. Support the head if you need it, maybe bringing one hand behind. Breathe, keep that rib cage grounded. No pressure in the neck. Maybe switch the hands. Nice work. We've got another 15 seconds. Keep pressing the thighs into the hands and the hands into the thighs. Woo, I'm working up a sweat. Shaking with strength, last 5. Keep pulling that navel to the spine. Last 4, 3, 2. Nice, roll up and over. Come into that straight arm plank. Always can be done on the knees. So option to add a mountain climber, nice and slow and controlled. Bringing the knee into the chest. Think of bringing the abdominal muscles to lift the knee into the chest. Strong through the legs, squeezing the glutes. Notice stillness is always an option. Knees are always an option, so taking what option works for you. All right, I'm back up on my toes. Last 10 seconds or so, we get a 1-minute break. Really ground the heels of the hands back. Feel those toes press forward. Strong legs, squeeze the glutes. Last 5, untuck the chin. Strong through the armpit muscles, feel those pulling back. Last 3, 2, child's pose. Awesome work. That was hard. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. We're gonna go through 3 more exercises. I'll demo those real quick while we're in our 1-minute break. So we're going to get into the oblique muscles. So bringing the fingertips back behind, we're going to start to roll off the tailbone a little bit. Knees are gonna come into the chest, toes are above the knees. It's a slight movement. So I'm just demoing here, take a rest. I'm gonna take the knees off to the center as I breathe in. As I exhale, legs are gonna straighten. Good, inhale through center and off and over to the right. Remember, it's a small movement. Exhale and straighten. Beautiful. From there, we're gonna roll back onto our back into just a good old-fashioned Pilates 100. So knees over hips. We're gonna start to fan the legs down. That's our second exercise. And to finish it off, we're gonna come into a forearm plank and we're gonna add those little hip dips, those little rainbows. All right, we'll go through it together. Take the last few moments. We're gonna end on our bum. So get water if you need it. All right, fingertips are gonna be outside. Here we go. Roll off the tailbone, bring the knees into the chest, extend the toes. Now slightly off center, breathe in. Knees go to the left, straighten, exhale, breathe out. Timer's on, inhale through center, exhale, breathe out. Now notice that I'm not crunching through my head, neck, and shoulders. Nice, slight movement off center and extend. Beautiful job, take it over to the other side. You don't have to be with me as long as you're working. Keep pulling that navel through the spine. Keep lifting up through the chest, growing long through the crown of the head. We've got about 10 more seconds, so maybe that's about 4 more reps wherever you are. Just that slight little rotation. Nice. Maybe 2 more reps here. Good, and then we're gonna roll back for that good old-fashioned Pilates 100. Lift up through the head and chest. Nice, release. Go ahead and roll down onto the back. Knees are over. We're gonna do the first round and bringing the knees up over the hips, extend the arms, and then really start to paddle those hands down. Breathing in, breathe out. Breathing in and out. Good, in and out. So continuing that breath as I'm paddling those hands down. Halfway, 5 more, breathe in and out. Really nice, you guys. Keep paddling those hands. Keep breathing through the back and side ribs. Maybe play around with that tongue on the roof of the mouth on the inhale. Last 2. Rolling up and over to forearm plank. And 3, 2, 1. Good, knees into chest. Seamless transitions, coming up and over onto the forearm plank. So I notice that I have my elbows underneath my shoulders, or I'm gonna bring my hands into prayer. Same thing, fire up the quads, tuck the tailbone, start to pull the elbows back, gaze forward to the edge of the mat. we're gonna do those little tiny hip dips, dipping my hips to the right, up and over, and to the left. So if you notice that my chest and shoulders aren't moving, but then I'm really just starting to work, giving a little pressure to the core as I take that off center. Continuing to breathe. Remember, we have one more full round of these 3 exercises and then we're out of here. You guys are doing great. Keep pulling that navel in. Keep drawing the elbows down. Think underneath the armpits, really strong. Nice, another 4 reps or so, wherever you are, and then we'll end in child's pose. Breathe. This is hard, I'm shaking with strength. Finish up right and left. Nice, knees down. Take a child's pose, take a full breath in, and a full breath out. All right, coming back onto our bumps. Fingertips outside to support our spine. Rolling back off the tailbone, lift up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Squeezing the knees together, toes above the knees. This time let's begin to the right. So knees to the right, breathe it. Exhale, extend. I'm already shaking, knees to the left. Exhale, extend. Beautiful, keep breathing. Think lifting up through the crown of the head. Nice long neck. Woo, shaking with strength. Thank goodness we're only here 30 seconds. We got about 10 more seconds to go. Maybe that's 4 reps. And then we go and finish this second round, this second exercise with that Pilates 100. Last 2. Last one, knees to the left. Extend, whew, toes down. Go ahead and roll back on your back. Knees over the hips. Lift up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Start fanning down the hands, breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in, feel the rib cage ground. Out. Keep breathing. Relax through the head, neck, and shoulders. You can do these with your head grounded. If you feel too much pressure in the head and neck. Nice, we're about halfway. Breathing in and out, navel pulls in. No air or light between that low back, press it down, ground the rib cage. 3 more. You can do it. Last 2, breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, we'll roll up and over to forearm plank in 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Last forearm plank of the day, roll up and over. Forearms down. I'm gonna put my hands into prayer because my shoulders are tight. Nice, roll the shoulders down away from the ears. God, we're gonna hip dip to the left this time. Up and over to the right. As you notice, my torso is really still. Good, looking forward to the edge of the mat. Strong legs, strong glutes, strong core, tuck that tailbone. Last 15 seconds and we're out of here. Breathe, strong legs. Feel the pressure evenly between the feet. Nice, last 10 seconds. Maybe 4 reps or so. Breathe. I'm shaking with strength. Good. Last 2. Last one, knees down, child's pose. Woo! Big breath in and big breath out. One more giant breath in and giant breath out. Come up onto tabletop, hands and knees. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. Just stretching the abdominal wall, tipping the tailbone, rolling the shoulders down away from the ears, and then tucking everything together. Take a full breath, breathing into the back body. Nice, and work between those 2 postures. Inhaling and exhaling. Awesome work. Ab strength in less than 10 minutes. Take anything else that you need. Go ahead and combine this with an exercise, any of the yoga videos, or do this alone. Thanks for showing up today. Namaste.